Good morning, and today is the first day of winter. And with winter, and the start of winter, comes change. And it's the beginning of the light, and things come in. Longer light and shorter darkness. And here at Creative Rootz, we're also going through a period of change. Those who we thought were long-term guests had got their stuff and taken it in the night, but had come back for breakfast and coffee, which was lovely. And I said, I believe you're leaving. I said, please make sure you take your own stuff and leave mine. They said they would, but my cups appear to be missing. And they'd already taken the stuff. But that's okay. I'm sure what is mine is meant to be. And people come into our lives and go. And that's the natural way of things. Naturally coming and going. Nothing is permanent. And that can be sad at times, and sometimes it can be joyous. So while we've got two members who've gone, we've got new beginnings. New beginnings for us here. And what they've, as they've left, we're very grateful for all the help that they've given whilst they were here. And for the things that we have managed to build together. And we're also grateful for the help this morning, washing the pans after. And I'm not sure the what had come up with the discussion when I mentioned it. And it's one of those things. We can tell ourselves a million different stories about how we believe something should be. But the truth of things, when we're feeling something in the pits of our stomach, in the pits and depths of our very being, we know if something is right or if it is not. So, for whatever reason, they thought that it was not right here for them. And their it didn't align with their way of being. On whatever level, maybe they weren't even conscious or aware of what their levels are. And that's okay. And it's okay not to know. So we wish them well as they begin their new beginnings. They're off on their new adventure. And we're looking forward to our own new beginnings. So it's just me now. Obviously we have David and have another person who's kind of here in spirit, but they're in and out of the country. We've got other people coming to come and stay soon. We've got other people locally that are part of the community and come and help out and then disappear again. And it's all still evolving. And as it evolves, we flow with it, or try, and try not to get carried away. So I'm going to spend today reflecting a little and seeing what needs repairing. And seeing what needs putting right, because when people are in a shared space, they can often and do things from their perspective without thinking, and that's where a lot of people are at. They do things without thinking from their own perspective to help, or because they think it's the right thing. without thinking about others. So, or the bigger impact of their actions and behaviours. So today I have the task, I suppose, as well as reflection, and trying not to get overwhelmed with all the different things that I need to write, if you like. I shall be trying to organise as I go and work out what's what, and how I'd like things to be, the bigger picture. So I need to sort out the tent that got put up, need to go and see what it's like in the geodome. I need to be able to sort out other stuff as well, to try and tidy up where Bear had been digging, where they didn't see Bear digging, because it's an absolute mess. And I think that brings about the point that I'd like to raise with everyone watching, and that's if you're thinking of coming here or going anywhere at all, then please contemplate how that fits in with what you believe at your core, and how that helps you and your personal evolution for the highest good. And be aware that your actions always, it's a universal law, every thought, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Everything creates something else, you know. We have a thought, and that thought manifests into a being, and we have our actions, and that those actions, everything that we do, it ripples out, and when it ripples out, it affects everything that it touches, including all the people that we're with and all the people that will come after us. So it's about learning how to behave in an environment in a way that least affects or brings about an imbalance in the environment that you're in. So I try and live in balance with the way of things naturally. So I try and sleep with the sun, and try and eat seasonal foods, and I try and shop locally, and I try and watch the land and work with how it is. And that's how I roll. And it's my vision that other people that come here try to do the same. And we have the core value, the joint core community core value, that we want what's for the highest good for the planet, not for our ego. So we're mindful of fires, we're mindful of where we put our tents and vehicles, we're mindful of how we treat the earth, how we treat the things around us, how we treat all the property and stuff that we're in. And when we take our time to be with other animals or beings in that space. Bear, what are you doing? You made yourself jump there. You can smell the cheese from this morning. So when we choose to be with another being, how are we being with that being for the highest good, and not just because it makes life easier. So yeah, on that thought, I shall leave you, and I shall go and start tidying up. So the first job of today is sorting out the compost toilet and the things that are being, well, the organic waste or matter waiting to be recycled. So what we're doing is we've took our straw and we've pulled it to the sides, and we've dug into the centre of the pile. And now we're going to empty all our stuff into there. And now I've filled everything into the centre of the centre. And now I'm going to feed the top back over what's in there. So now it's sorted. We've got the pile completely covered. Can't smell it, can't see it, there's no flies. So we know we've done a good job. Look at these two playing. What are you doing? I've ruined it now, I've said that, haven't I? And Bear's just here. We've had to bring him and keep him tied up at the moment because he was really attached to the lads. This is why people who visit shouldn't be always with the dogs, like constantly, because the dogs get so attached to you that when you go they cry and they get upset. And Bear's really been quite upset this morning and he wants to go after them, so it's hanging on in there and being patient and giving him lots of love today. Okay, so this bit of I've managed to get as much soil as I can to try and build it up, but it's not enough. I need some from over there and it feels like it's going to rain, so I've done a temporary repair trying to get the soil in this bit here. You can see how much has been come out from Bear's digging. Oh, it happens. There's a board put over this, so Bear's been digging there. But Bear doesn't dig unless Bear's stressed and bored and not getting attention. So really it wasn't a dog error, it was a human error, unfortunately. Wasn't it, Mr. Bear? And the kettle's boiling. I'm about to have a cup of tea and a break because it just started raining, and as I've come in to have a cup of tea it stopped. So I guess it's telling me that it was time for a cup of tea and sit and reflect on what I've done. So I've cleaned the toilet, sorted out the compost pile. I've topped up the toilet roll in there for the next people. I've not found the sawdust to fill the box because it's disappeared out of where it was, so I need to find that. I've took down the tent, if you can see there. That was a tent. If you see the damage it's left to the grass, but it should recover no problem because that's right when we come in. So the tent, because we don't like throwing anything away, is just there. It's just hopefully cleaning in the rain on the fence and on here, waterproof cover. So yeah, that's done. There was a massive line of bricks. Now wherever you put anything on grass, it kind of ruins the grass underneath, look. But anyway, and this is right on the border. So my land is to this side of the gatepost, and the land the other side goes down. This is a marker stone, and it kind of goes to the next marker stone, so that's just about on the edge of the land, only just. But it was nice. So now it's working as an extra safety base around the chicken thing. I found the towel that was lost. It turned up down the side of the tent. So I've sorted out, moved that to in the shelter of the tree, moved some of the branches round that were on the floor, and if you can see over there, you probably can't, a few oranges dropped and they're so delightful. It's absolutely wonderful. So there, can you see over at the chickens? Please don't mind the water tank, it's waiting to be moved, I can't lift it alone. There's the girls chilling out in their little chill out space during the day. There is floor for them just round the corner as well, and hay to mooch about in, and food and water and bulgur wheat and a branch. So there's plenty for them to do and keep busy. And I can't wait to, you know, less than 2 weeks, a week and 4 days, and they'll be wandering. And of course I need to take time to introduce the dogs slowly. Batty's used to chickens, but Elsa and Bear would like to have them as a takeaway. So we're going to introduce them slowly and get them to realise that these are their babies. So they're part of our tribe, so we look after them. So that's the base, the extra base, which will work for when the guineas go in as well. Picked up a few bits. And it's all feeling a bit more like home again. What I have noticed is, which has been an interesting reflection. Batty, are you going to watch the video? Make the video so everyone can see your smile. Yeah. What I have noticed while I've been reflecting is that I hadn't noticed that while they were here, I was so busy taking care of them and trying to manage everything that I forgot not my vision or purpose, because I kept referring back to that, you know, going back and going, but is this in alignment? What can I do now? How can I improve myself? So I never stopped working on myself. But it changed my gratitude time. So I always had this tension. Well, not always. It didn't start off with the always having tension. But I'm noticing the tension's not in my body now. And that I feel calmer, more relaxed and at peace. And I feel like it's me and everything just like so peaceful again. And that's not to say they weren't peaceful, you know. They were peaceful. In many ways they'd sit and chill and do stuff, you know. So it's not a reflection on them. This is me. And this is my energy and how I feel about it. So to have all of a sudden be and feel home and feel at peace and feel totally grounded and just feel a buzz, like just a complete buzz, like total gratitude. It's where it was, or where I was, when Carolina left, when they came, when the girls came, and then I think towards the end of the girls' stay, and somewhere there I feel like I acquired attention. So maybe, you know, I should sit with that and feel into what it was, because the girls was an absolute delight. They were a blessing and a wonder, you know, what beautiful girls. And they were so fab, was so skilled, so many talents, such divine feminine blossoming into the world, such radiance that it wasn't, you know, anything imbalanced at all there. So I'm feeling that in some way I was not balanced, and I lost my balance. So this is a really good time to sit with this and work out where it was that I lost my balance. How did I lose my balance? How can I stop that happening again? Because this feeling of pure joy and bliss is amazing. And when I go out with David to the laundrette, I feel it again. You know, it comes, and I go to the market, and it's so joyous. It's so beautiful. So I kind of do lose it in supermarkets a bit, but not much. But it does drop, you know, in my blissometer level, you know. It drops a bit in supermarkets and where there's quite a lot of people. So yeah, it's going to be interesting thinking about that. But yeah, I'm so glad to have my space back. And I'm not saying that it's not a community and not going to be shared, because that's not what I want either. But I'm feeling into finding my balance to be able to share it better, to be able to be more patient, to be able to be more love, to be able to serve and love people and humanity and Pachamama. And of course, Pachamama always comes first. And me and my family, my bear and Batty and Elsa, you know, we're a proper family, and we hang out together, and we're wandering about together today. And we're, you know, when I'm moving, Bear's moving with us. But it won't be long before Bear's able to be off his lead and walk with us without the worry of him, you know, him trying to disappear. So he just needs to remember we're his tribe. So plenty of bits of dog training going on. Lots of TLC for the land. Lots of bringing things back into balance. And I'm off for my cup of tea. Catch you in a bit. I'm so pleased to just have had the day. Just getting myself in order. It's been a really good day. David's just been and gone. Got my food cooking. The dogs have eaten all the food. Batty and Elsa are chilling. Bear's having a little sleep because he's all full after his dinner. I'll take them all out shortly. I just feel like really at peace. The energy's definitely changed here, and I feel so much more calmer now. And I'm just so grateful. I really am. So I feel like I'm achieving stuff, things are getting in order. I'm just going to have a few days at that, I think, just getting everything back on track. Not that there was ever a complete specific track, but it kind of had its idea and its flow. And I think I need to get back into that, because I was flowing and I was knowing what was what. And then the more that I had to guide and manage, the less that I was able to do what was right and what felt right, and honour my truth and how I felt into the moment. So now I'm honouring my truth again, and everything just feels so much better, like amazing. So I'm going to go, I'm going to eat my tea, and I'm going to just enjoy having a nice wash and getting into bed, a leisurely time. And it's all beautiful. So without having to wait till dark, and because I'm too busy doing, you know what I mean? So I can say from me and from Elsa and Batty and from Bear, please subscribe if you want to, you know, keep up to date with where we're up to and what we're doing. Please, if you want to get notifications, hit that bell, and please do send us a message and let us know how things are going on. I'm just really excited that things are now starting to get going again, and it sometimes takes that little step back and a little slow down and a little time to breathe and reflect to be able to do that. So grateful. So from all of us here at Creative Rootz, I'm really looking forward to winter and all the beauty of things that are going to come, and I'm excited about moving forward. Sending lots and lots of love to everyone. Can't wait to hear from you. It'll soon be New Year, but really we're already into the New Year now, solstice time. So grateful for everyone and everything. Thank you. Catch you soon.